Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. How are you all? We're all doing very, very well. Now, yeah, we're on this chaise lounge. We're in the movie room, yes. And we've got a guest appearance by Roxy the Wonder Dog, who's right here beside me, parked her fairy bum beside me. And we're both going to watch Prey. And you guys can watch it too. This is hopefully going to be the first of a series of similar types of videos where I'm going to provide a commentary track for a film that we know and love and have some fun doing it, hopefully. But because of rules and things on YouTube and copyright, I can't show you the movie at the same time. That's probably understandable. But the idea should be when I press play, whatever you're watching it on as well, and in the case of Prey, it's on Hulu in America and it's on Disney Plus everywhere else. And those of you with illicit means of streaming stuff from dodgy sites, whatever you're watching it on. Right now, I've got it paused on the Star Original logo, which is on the Disney Plus channel. Hulu, it'll be something different, and whatever your pirate versions are, there you go. But it hasn't started yet. So the idea is, hopefully, I'm going to have it playing in the over there on my big screen, but I'm going to keep the sound slightly down. I'm not going to use all the speakers we've got in this room, which should just, well, it just blow us all away. So it's just going to be on the TV speakers, and so it's going to be, you might hear it. Hopefully you will, but hopefully not enough to incur the wrath of the copyright gods, you know. Because this could be fun. This could actually be a really, fun gig, really. I've always wanted to do a commentary track. I've banged on about this for ages. I mean, some people have ambitions to climb Everest, to win Formula One, to date a fantastic Californian beach babe. All I want to do is do a commentary track on a movie. I'm not asking much, really, am I? Anyway, let's see how this goes. So the lights are dimmed. There's whiskey at hand. There's a Predator mask over here, and there's some Tom Hawks over there. And there's a husky right here. So let's begin. So guys, Prey. Predator 5. No introduction necessary. I think at the current estimate now, it's around about 18,000 videos I've done on the film Prey. And yet I only saw it for the first time yesterday. And I've seen it twice, folks. I've seen it in English and I've seen it in Comanche. And I've watched bits of it since, but this will be the third full time through for me. I'm going to watch it now in English. Right, and then we'll talk all about it. So you guys, if you're ready, get your little remotes ready. Right, I'm on the logo here. When I press this play button, hopefully, if I press the right play button, it'll start up again and we'll hit the 20th Century Fox stuff. So let's try and sync this all together. So we're going to go in 3. So like Lethal Weapon, do we go on 3 or do we go like 1, 2, 3 and then go? No, we're going to go on 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, press. Okay? 1, 2, 3, press. You watch, I'll fuck that one up myself. So it's 1, 2, 3. That should be loud, shouldn't it? It really should, but you see, YouTube and algorithms, Ooh. I hope you're watching this too. So this is Naru's little opening voiceover. It is said a monster came here. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg. Amber Midthunter plays Naru, our main character. She's a Comanche woman. She wants to prove herself in the big hunt, which is the sort of coming of age, rites of passage sort of thing that their tribe have to go through. The men do this sort of thing, but in actual fact, Comanche women were highly skilled hunters. They were expert equestrian horse riders, and they were great marksmen as well. Love this. She's lying in her teepee there, and the mum just kicks her awake. And like that's obviously a bit of a sort of ritual there. Ah, there's Siri, a dog, Sari. See, that's why I wanted my dog to be beside me. You know, if you booted me awake in the morning, you get a big fart in retaliation. Boot. What you want? Pass me the whiskey. The evocation and portrayal of the Comanche in this is actually really good. Although it does paint them out to be a very sort of peaceful and yet highly skilled tribe. Well, this village, obviously, there's a lot of diversity in different Native American tribes. Their societies were different. They had different outlooks. Comanche began in Kansas and Wyoming, and then gradually moved south into Texas and became a real pain in the ass for everybody who was living there. And they drove out the Apache. Is Naru practicing with a tomahawk. Beautiful photography. Jeff Cutter's amazing cinematography. She's good with that axe. Nice little flippy round stuff. It's great. I've got a load of axes there. If I start doing that, I'll probably cut the dog's head off. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to probably say it again a lot more, but she's fucking gorgeous. I was going to wear my eagle feathers in my hair as well, but I realised that you can't when you're sitting watching movies. I know because I've done this, because you lean back and these things stick out and you'll bend them. Look at this, the sign language and talking to the dog. Look at that dog, played by Coco. A Colorado dog, a yeller. White-tailed deer, they're going to hunt that, but what's happening there? Something in the sky. This is great, this. The teamwork between her and the dog. I've heard people dissing the CG on this, on the wildlife. You know what, I think it works great. The white-tailed deer looks fantastic. From what I know, they do use real animals, like, well, the dog's obviously real. The wolf that you see later, the bear. You've got the bear is also, oh look, the bear is also a man in a suit and CG as well, but I'm sure they use real animals for bits of these sequences. So she's found the bear traps, which she's not encountered before. We know that Naru is a bit of a medicine woman. She has she's basically the village chemist. She knows her stuff. Plants, roots, flowers all have medicinal properties. Some, used in conjunction with others, become highly poisonous. Folks, there's some actually in everyone's garden around here, which if you combine them makes one of the most toxic, you're dead within seconds, poisons the world's ever known. I'm not going to say what they are, but I know if you mix them, ooh la la. DM me. Right. Something in the sky. What's going on here? Great shot this. Look at this. Oh, doesn't look too good. But, and I love this. As the camera pans up into the clouds, the title comes down. Grey, sort of chipped stone. And that font that they have from all the Predator titles with the like sort of the jagged bottom edge to all the letters. Beautiful. That image there, by the way, that's the storm bird. So to Naru, that genuinely would be a portent of something important to her. Dakota Beaver's playing her brother, Tarbe. I love this. Now that is patently CG. Now I know, and you can tell that doesn't look bad, but it's patently CG. He's been telling her a story there. Their brother and sister, but their little rivalry, their sibling spats. It's very warm. It's very convincing.
I saw a sign.
Yeah.
The Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, not a Stormbird.
I've been practicing. It's time. I'm ready. The might cut them near.
You really think you're ready? You want to hunt something that's hunting you.
It's important that you want to hunt something that's hunting you, because what their rites of passage would be for Comanche and many other tribes as well, for the men, it would be to go out hunt buffalo. But the buffalo could take you down as well, so it's hunting something that would hunt you. They kind of make it a bit more mythical with this. So it's 1719. They've already met probably European settlers there. They definitely met the Spanish, who dominated Mexico and moved into, well, Texas was part of Mexico. And I'm not sure, it's the Southern Plains they say there. Well, it's all filmed in Alberta, Canada. But look at the big skies. Look at the mountain ranges. Gorgeous one take shot this. She's walked up, retrieved that satchel there, turned back round. You know, cinematographers really, the big ones, the big famous ones, you always get massively renowned. But just having to fucking carry that camera and follow her and then come back around and not trip over, it's a miracle in itself, isn't it? Now here's her mother. She's lost her father. It's not really explained massively in this. She's lost her father. The mother is played by Michelle Thrush, and she plays Aruka. Aruka kakaka. Look at this. She's gonna. AR. Sari, you help catch this.
Train them well. It's easy, smart. Not every smart creature's easy to train. Is that the war chief's bad knee?
You see, is that for War Chief's bad knee?
He didn't finish Kilt-Man.
See, they've got these orange flowers, Yatsiba, which are highly medicinal properties, and they've got quite almost supernatural powers in this movie. But she's going to be sent out to go and get some more of these orange flowers, which will massively come into effect in the rest of this movie.
You almost got a deer with it. You can't eat all of it.
But yeah, so the War Chief's got a bad knee, so they've got to
You are good.
help him out.
So many other things. Why do you want to hunt?
Why do you want to hunt?
Because you all think that I can't.
They could hunt, they did hunt. As I said before, Comanche women were expert markswomen, expert equestrian, highly skilled horse riders. The Comanche were by far the best. They're the first tribe that took horses in and absorbed them into their culture and made them for hunting and for military use. Tutsia, that's it. Orange tutsia. That's these medicinal flowers. You may hear some strange noises throughout this. 2 reasons. Well, there's 3. First reason, this couch will make noises. It's the pred coming in, the dog may fart, and I may fart. Life goes on. Here's our pred, the feral. Dropped off, right? You gotta think to yourself, like, having watched the film now, you know, elderly, the back door comes down, it takes off, and they just fucking kicked him out. You know, you have been a fucking pain in our asses. Get out, you're an idiot. And I will say right now, this feral This Predator proves to be a complete fucking doofus throughout the entire movie. I've never seen anybody absorb so many injuries as this guy. He is hugely inept at everything. There she is. It's all authentic gear as well. So she wants to go out and prove herself with the sort of big hunt. She's wearing hawk feathers there, by the way. Right, so what you've got now is a lion. It's a mountain lion. It's a cougar has been seen, and it's took down one of their guys, who's called Pooey. I'll tell you what, if a mountain lion came at me, I'd be quite pooey as well. Look at this photography, it's amazing. These overhead shots, look at them. They're gorgeous. Now, are they helicopter shots or they'll be drone shots? They tend to be drone shots these days, don't they? These guys look great. The way they move as well. Using the finger lock across the arrow. Safety thing.
Could get shot sneaking up like that.
They're sneaky.
I've spoke a lot about their use of the bow and arrow in this and the way that they're doing the reverse grip. You watch how they're doing that. I mean, I shoot arrows, English longbow, and I've tried doing it their way, like that, and I find it really awkward to do, to be honest. Obviously, and there must be authenticity to this, because these are all Native Americans, all these people, so they know their heritage, and they're all, none of the actual cast playing Comanche are Comanche to my knowledge, but the film's producer, Jahane Myers, is Comanche, so she's the advisor. Look at this now, look at this ant going up the cloaked pred, that's brilliant. This vole, or whatever it is, gets that. This is the food chain here, watch. Nice snack. That was your last meal, by the way. Because look, how come you didn't see that fucking big rattlesnake over there? Oh, skew it. See, the feral is learning all the types of things that he can hunt on this particular safari. He's building up and up. He's going up the evolutionary line to find something that's worthy. So he's found some shit.
Oh, good. Dog found shit. We're not looking for wolves.
I like him.
You see that crushed bone?
The guy with the crest. I like him. The roach. He is, I think his name is Stormy Kip. And he plays Wasape. Or Wasape. Blood on the leaves. But they're going to use it to find one of their guys, the guy that got injured by the cougar, the mountain lion. This photography is truly amazing. Dog's great, you know.
He's great.
That's it.
The way that they set to, they make a travail for him. As I say, the evocation of their culture and their costumes are just so fantastic. I've seen idiots saying, oh, they look too clean, they wouldn't be like that. They do wash, you know, they do clean their stuff. Although you'll see mud baths in this, you'll see blood and stuff going everywhere. But, you know, in the field, you get muddy, you get wet, but you do clean your kit as well. And these guys live out there, so they're gonna have clean kit as well. Right, so she's got the orange flowers now.
So much could kill them.
Right, important this. Cool as blood. And we'll learn why that's going to be really important later on.
Family wants to stay and hunt. Let's go.
So her brother wants to stay and hunt the lion, and she wants to go with him.
Why is Boogie alive? There's something that scared the cat away from its den.
I've got this. Stay with Boogie. You need your updo.
We don't have time to waste talking. We need to get him home.
Right, look, evocative shots with the flaming torches. There's not that many nighttime scenes in this movie, which is a little bit strange. But it makes this sort of scene stand out all the more. That's a beautiful shot as well. Like a torchlit procession through the woods. I like the way the woods are very, very dark as well. You go out in the woods at night and you haven't got a torch, you can't see a fucking thing. Not a thing. You've got to use psychic powers to get around, to navigate.
The cold is good. The medicine slows his blood. If he gets warm, he'll bleed out. Hey, do you want him to be comfortable or alive?
See that line there? Do you want him to be comfortable or alive? Because they want to cover him up because he's cold. So know that he's got to be cold. It's going to slow down any sort of infection. And she says in the English version, do you want him comfortable, or alive? In other words, you cover him up, he'll die. In the Comanche version, she says, do you want him alive or dead? There's no, it's just dun dun dun, do you want him alive or dead? But she's going to split off now. And she finds the snake, that our Pred had before. It's a nice little jump scare, but I mean, and people say, oh no, it still jumps at it even though it's got no head. Well, it's a muscle reaction that it's got there. It probably wouldn't happen, I'll be honest. But but it can, and they've just used it. Who the hell made that footprint? Well, in their culture, possibly Sasquatch. Right. She knows there's someone else out there because she's saying that the animals, the lion wouldn't have come down if something hadn't driven it out.
That's a big bear.
That's a big bear.
Why is it on its hind legs? What skins a snake like that?
We need to keep going.
No. I have to warn my brother.
So she was with the evacuation, the medevac, back to the village with Pooey. But now she's going to fuck off and go and find her brother to try and hunt that lion. And what's his face? Wasape has sent another guy to go with her. Wasape is a bit of an antagonist in this, but not much of one. A lot more could have been made. Oh, look at that. That is a great shot, that. That's a beautiful, beautiful shot. It's all beautiful. I'll have to learn to stop saying that. Just take it for granted every fucking shot's beautiful. Especially if Amber Mid-Thunder's on it. See, it looks great. The only illumination there you've got is from the flame. That's great. However, right, they take the torches out, but they know, being a film, you've got to be able to see them, so they are partially lit now.
I found tracks.
So, but look, you can't complain about that. They're going to have to do that. You want to see them. In reality, you wouldn't see a fucking thing. They wouldn't be able to see a damn thing.
Stand back.
Unless you've got a big full moon shining, in which case then you see everything. Went to the wise, don't move around. If you're out on manoeuvres, you're out behind enemy lines, don't move when there's a full moon. Don't. You'll be seen.
I don't think that we're hunting in here. Nothing gets hunting us.
This is wonderful, this. It's Roxy snoring there. Hopefully you get to see it during the course of this. So, right, they found that this is where the lion's lair is. And they want to draw the lion back. They're going to set a trap for it. They're going to get in the tree. They're going to set a trap for it. By waiting for it. She is forever not... Oh, this is important. This is their spiritual mantra when encountering fate, basically. You encounter a beast, an enemy, or whatever, and this is the life and death struggle. You'd say to it, this is it. This is as far as you go. No more. But the point that's always been made is that Naru has more cunning and sort of basic understanding than Tarbé does. So her plans always seem to work. He's a great warrior, he's a great hunter. But she's proving all along the way that her ideas are better. This dickhead here. You see, you've got they're both sitting on either side. That's wonderful. I love that image.
You've never faced a lion.
You never faced a lion.
His mouth, little teeth like arrows.
Yeah, stop showing off, mate. He's trying to scare it, intimidate her.
Crush your bones. When your brother comes back, he and I will find the lion. Kill him.
You were saying? But she can't get it because it's behind a tree, ripping him to shreds. Oh, fuck. This is great camera work. It's dizzying stuff, isn't it? Now, very clearly CGI, but look at this shot now. Look at that. That is wonderful. I remember many people, I took a screen grab of that shot from the trailer, and I said, oh, it's great seeing Naru on that tree. And the amount of people that in other videos and stuff were saying, that's not her, that's her brother. It's Naru. What's that in the distance? Distraction! Now, that lion was CG. You know that. The giveaway, of course, is... And don't go saying, oh, it's dead obvious anyway. No, the giveaway is always the lean into the camera. They cannot resist doing that. And that kind of definitely dilutes the effect. The actual CG depiction of the lion is actually pretty good. Be honest, it's actually pretty good. It's the movement and the cliched coming in, which always gives these things away. And you'll see that a lot, mainly with the fucking predator. So she survived that, obviously. Tarbé brought her back, but Tarbé's gone back out to go and hunt the lion. Made tea.
Because of your medicine.
See, Poopy's gonna live. The one who got gored by the lion because of hair medicine.
If your brother needed you, he wouldn't have brought you back here. You think the reason for Cortalia is to prove you can hunt? But there's only one reason. To survive.
Yeah, don't put your life on the line unless you have to. That's basically what they're saying. You only hunt because, to live. Don't put yourself in harm's way just to prove something. And don't go thinking that this is all because it's a woman. This is the woke. I didn't want to do this, but inevitably you're gonna have to. This film, look, here's Tarbé coming back, and he's got the lion. He's got the body over one shoulder. He's got the lion's head in the other. This victory will make him war chief of the tribe. Here's the chief with the bad knee. Doesn't do much in this movie, but he is. Where is he? I've got his name somewhere. Or maybe I haven't. Yes, I have. Julian Black Antelope. They're all Native Americans. So this ritual now is to make Tarbé the war chief. The other guy with the roach is not happy about this. Wasape. He'll turn his back on him here. But don't go thinking that nothing's really made of this sort of envy, really. Is that Jahane Myers there? I don't know if you saw one of the women there. That looks like Jahane Myers, who's the producer. She is in the movie. She rides a horse at some point in one shot. I think that's Jahane Myers there. I'm sure that is. Look, his buddies are happy. She's just jealous, you know, and a bit pissed off that I could have made that kill. But Wasape turned his back on him.
Naru! Naru! Where you going? You did it!
I was going somewhere with a line before, wasn't I? This is where doing this sort of thing could actually... You know what I'm like when I'm doing just normal... I'm talking about stuff, blah, 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 in big, massive 2-hour-long reviews, and I go off on tangents. Now I'm watching the fucking film.
Beyond the ridgeline.
Great though, isn't it?
You'll walk onto water if I have to.
You can't.
Do I need your permission, Reggie?
It's not about permission.
It's not about permission. In their society, you know, there was a lot of independence. It was a very democratic society. So decisions were made, people were in charge, but only as long as they had the respect of the rest of the tribe. Then they could be removed from positions of power at any time for a failing. That's true democracy. The majority speak and they act immediately. You fucked up, don't like your decisions anymore, out. We respect him more, in you go. Western democracy is a pile of ass. I know what I was saying before. That don't go think this woke thing. Don't go thinking that just it's because it's a woman she's getting all these difficulties. It could easily be a lad who's too young to kick the wake again. You fuck off, will you? She's being, oh God, for the day of alarm clocks. You know, it's just a nice. I like that. It's a nice little ritual. And there's the hero of the day. That's actually my stomach rumbling there. Right. I'm going to do a review on Sarah Sachner's exquisite score for this movie. But here's one of the greatest themes in it. And this is called Naru's Way. You're not going to hear it too well here because obviously I'm going to talk over it. But I will play it for you later. So Naru and Sari are going to go out and hunt down what she knows is out there. She knows there's something else out there that made all these animals act differently. So she's going against that's a symbolic going against the grain there. She's going the other way, Naru's way. They're all going out to the river. They're going to get water. Women's role, even though they had a lot of independence and freedom, and they fought as warriors as well, and they did. Oh, look at this. Their major role was to look after the camp, be the house builders, housekeepers, but they did do it. They fought and hunted as well. Look at that. The vast wilderness with your dog, not your lazy one. Predator blood. Boy, does this predator bleed a hell of a lot. A fucking hell of a lot. Look at this. See how he got the stick for it? She's measuring the footprint of the pred. She knows it's not a bear. But the dog went off and got her a stick. Oh, you measure that right. Here you are, love. Oh. And the dog is a girl as well. Here's another little sort of life cycle shot here. I'm going to turn this up slightly. Right. There is a real wolf in these shots, and there's a CG wolf. Bread. Wouldn't you love to know what those little words say, those Yautja hieroglyphs say? I mean, that's a CG composite shot of him chasing the bunny in the same shot. But they're both real animals running there. Now that's CG. Oof, cloaked Pred. You watch. Nothing's afraid of him. They all go for him. They can't see him, they know he's there. The snake went for him. The wolf doesn't give a fuck. I'm going for you. Pred blood on his fangs. Come on, motherfucker. I mean, the Pred's learning, I suppose. That's great, that. See, only when you hear like dogs barking or wolves barking or howling, my dog kind of gets interested. She's not. She's still just completely conked. Although I can't stand seeing animals getting hurt, but that's a great shot as well. Look at that. I don't think it's the same bunny that got away there, but she's learning. Look, you know, I'm forever flinging one of these bastards around. There's a Frankish throwing axe. I've done videos on this before. These bounce, by the way, these bounce. There's another tomahawk there. That doesn't bounce. There's another tomahawk from my good friend Stevie Boy Doherty. Beautiful. Has been resharpened, but I haven't yet charred the shaft on it. Gonna do it. Look at this. Ah, it looks amazing. That forest looks idyllic. And here's another one. This one's actually, I've used this one a hell of a lot. This one's great. And this is more akin to what she's going to be using. If you notice, it's a broad blade, a broad head. People call them hatchets more than tomahawks. And they're the ones that you throw. The balance and the weight on them is highly more specialised. But you can throw your basic tomahawk shape as well. That'd be a fighting and campcraft tomahawk. The hatchet would be used for throwing, but you'd have several, depending on your scenario. But she's learned there, clearly, look, you know, I'm throwing this at prey. And but then I've got to go and get it again. Obviously, you'd have, as I said before, you'd have several, but even so, you've still got to go and retrieve your weapon. So she's learned, fuck that. I want to be able to bring this back immediately back to me. It's a hell of a skill she develops there, I'll be honest, because I don't think anyone really, in reality, it's a fictionalized fucking sci-fi horror movie set in a period, but it's the hero's, you know, transcendence. Bringing that back, fuck that. You know, that's not going to come back the way it went out. Or rather, it is. It's going to come back fucking blade first, you know. And if you're not good enough at catching that, you're going to lose limbs. Right. I thought the Pred was pissing on the wolf's head there. Right, he's in his little cave. I wish you saw more of this cave. So now, there's the wolf's skull. Here's our Pred. Puts it on. Bit of savage hunter's bling. Lovely, lovely shot, that. I really thought that pool, the little pond he's got there, would be something significant. You don't see that again. You don't see his lair again. These locations, man, these locations are so beautiful. You long to be out there. What? Oh, you see, here's the tragedy now. And again, this is reality. The Comanche, like most of the tribes, became nomadic and would follow the buffalo herds, because everything they used to make their homes, to make their clothes, to make their weapons, to eat, would be found on a buffalo. And then the white man, the fucking European, came in and did a blitzkrieg and absolute genocide on the buffalo, which acted in cahoots to make genocide on the Indian as well, the First Nationer. This is communion. Offer it, sorrow, thanks for the life of a beast that lived proud and free. Whenever they killed one, they'd offer up a prayer. Sarah Sachner's score alongside Robert, what's his name? Oh, I've got it here somewhere. Mirabel. Robert Mirabel is a Pueblo musician, Native American, well famous with flutes, creates his own flutes as well and panpipes, but does vocalizations too. That he was on that track there. Here's the Pred, scooting about, having a bit of a tour. What can we find here? I do like the way he's walking around all the time, and he's seeing him cloaked and leaving footprints. This beautiful enigmatic stuff. Here we go. Oopsie, watch where you tread, hon. Watch where you're going. She's tracking what's out there. Sorry, where the fuck have you gone there this time? Dogs always fuck off and leave you. Mine always comes back again now. Look, she's seeing the tracks on the trees. Scratchings. Bears leave scratch marks. Oops. That's quite realistic, that, actually, because you do find quagmires like that. The Pred. Now he's done the same thing. He's gone to the scene of the slaughter, found the great big cigar, and we'll find out who was using that. He's interested. Who's done all this? The thing is, folks, it's like he's just encountered this for the first time. But when we meet the French fur trappers, they already know of his existence. Continuity error. We have quicksand here, literally on our beach. All the way around where I live, there's loads of areas of quicksand. People panic in quicksand, and that would be quite nightmarish. Here's where it's a good job you learned how to tether your tomahawk. But a little tip for you: if you do fall into quicksand, don't struggle. Try to rise and flatten yourself out. You'll find lift, you'll find a bit of buoyancy. If you fight, the sucking motion will bring you down. What you have to do is try to rise up and just be gentle with it and gradually move your body out and try to get horizontal, and you can slide your way out. If there's no way you can actually claw your way out. Look at this. Come on now. This time, hon, this time. Mud's good for your skin. And your hair. Because when she comes out of this, her hair looks fucking amazing. Right, here we go. I do like all this though. She's forever encountering trials which are going to push her. The mountain lion. This. Learned more with the tomahawk. Their survival skills have come on in leaps and bounds in the last 24 hours. This is only set over a very brief time period, this. There's a nice callback to Arnie in The First Predator. But they won't use that again. They will not use her in mud to get away with it again. Which I liked, because that'd be too obvious. There are some rather horrible callbacks, I will say, in this movie, which I didn't think were done wisely. And were altogether unnecessary. And now we've got a guest appearance from Jeff Goldblum, because a fly has entered the room. Look, oh, sorry, did I miss something?
There you are.
What, do you want this or what? But I like the way her war paint has become smudged and all that. Here we've got the big bear sequence. This is great. This is really good, this. Right, well, you've got CG there. And you've definitely got Dane DeLagro, the Predator, in the bear suit as well. Look, the wind's picked up. She knows. Shit. Ooh, fresh meat. Woman. But... uh-oh, it smelt them. And the bowstring snapped because it got soaking wet. You made a joke earlier on at your brother's expense about soaking wet bowstrings. Ah, it's beautiful. That's a great shot. One of them thundering after you. I love bears, I love wolves, I love all animals, but Jesus Christ, it's one of the most terrifying things ever. Several thousand pounds of sheer muscle. They can climb trees. They can run faster than you. They can swim better than you. Sari distracts the bear, and the bear does take the bait and goes after it. Bait is a big thing in this movie, as we'll come across. Look at her coming down now. She uses the terrain to bounce herself around, to ricochet. Right, okay. You're going to bring this thing back. Brilliant, yeah? Yeah. Are we all right? Where the fuck are you going? Twat! She gets it. But, bollocks. Great shot this as well. She dives in and the bear goes in and the camera goes under and the bear's there thundering after her. I love the way the trailer for this made it look like this was all the scene was going to be, the bear coming after it into the beaver dam and then getting taken out by the pred. But oh no. Oh no. It's like, hang on. What's that? I smell something else, I can hear something else. Look, nothing's afraid of him. The bear just goes for him. Can't even see him properly and he knows where he is. He can fucking go for him. Flings him round. Bear's kicking ass there. And it's bitten into him as well. So he's bleeding again. He's bleeding awful. But no, I can take this shit, he says. Come on. Boom! Oh, fuck off. Oh dear. I do like this. I don't like a bear being killed, but I love the pred's gaining more courage. And she can see the outline and the shape because the blood's soaking down. And I like that. I like that a lot. There it is. I love the it's not a biomask as such. You can't quite tell what it is. This is the thing. We don't really know what that mask is he's wearing. It's not the normal biomask that they have. I know he's more primitive. Because it's 300 years before. Everyone, well, his weapons wouldn't be the same. In the fucking time-spanning universe, these guys can travel intergalactic distances anyway. They've got spacecraft and laser weaponry and targeting systems. You know, yeah, 300 years in the passage of our time doesn't mean a great deal to these guys, does it? But his weapons are different, and they do see him a bit. He hasn't got the plasma cannon, plasma caster on his shoulder. He has variations, but that mask that he wears, which looks like a bone, it looks like either a cow skull or a bear skull on his head. But it's got powers. It's clued into his laser targeting.
What are you doing here?
Right, here's the other guys. The other jocks.
Searching for you on the other side of the pass.
That's a pain.
I saw it.
So what?
See, it's all washed off now,
I saw what left those tracks.
The bear?
and her hair is bedraggled.
Something else, and it was huge. I couldn't see it until it was covered in blood, but it looked like the movies.
Saw a monster from a children's story?
It fought and killed a bear with its hands easily.
It fought and killed a bear with its hands easily. Now, she said it looked like I didn't quite catch it. Morse or something. And he says like a monster from a children's story. In the Comanche language version, she says it looked like a monster. Oh, and he says from a children's story. There's subtle differences between the language tracks. Look at this. She fucking kicks his ass here. Oh. Oh, the knee to the fucking nose. Fuck off, knob. And then, if all else fails, use your teeth. Cheap shot, that. Cheap shot. Looking nasty. But there's not massive aggression towards her because she's a woman or anything like that. It's not like that. Look, you aren't meant to be out here. We're taking you back. And he's got sort of like a bit of a vengeance kick against, Tarbay becoming war chief. They're all trying to prove themselves. They're all trying it. In other films, that would have become like an attempted rape sequence. And I'm thankful it didn't do that. This film actually has no... I don't want to use the term romantic, having just said rape. But it's got no romance in it either. There's family love, tribal love, and sibling love. And love of your canine companion. She's doing really well. She hasn't bugged out yet. So this other guy's gone for the piss, which will save him temporarily. But he knows someone out there. Right. God, they're beautiful shots, these. So gorgeous. The lighting, the trees, the detail is incredible. Billy, what the hell is wrong with you? He's a possum.
See your face.
What do you think drove the possums our way?
No, they begin to think, fuck off with you. You stop doing this. But they know that she's not wrong. It's male bravado every time, like. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Oh fuck, what's this shit? I do love this. The way that he floats around his body. They would have no idea what that could possibly be. I love that as well. Like, oh, fuck off. So they target the darts. And they can go in. The plasma caster, it just... whatever. And then it's just like a laser bolt. This is more primitive. I can see where that comes in. It's targeting darts. Shit. Use your teeth, they're pretty good. Got him again. Right, they're seeing a monster now. So maybe we're going to find out in some later version that that's actually another alien's skull that he's using and then made a biomask out of it. See, not afraid. They fucking go. Look. War cry. I'm going in. No one runs. They fucking go for him every time. Ah, fucking hell. Different weaponry coming out here. That extendable spear, which I've forgotten the fucking name of. A detachable spear. Some good choreography. I love the way she slides as well. That's where you need your breechcloth. Oh dear, Dylan! No mistaking any fake arms there, like hanging around the back. Look, none of these are pussies. None of them. Look, he's coming in. Fuck you. Got you through the foot as well. Cloaked, he's still getting done in. Right. Both legs come off there. But he stood his he stood his ground. He's got their legs. He stood his ground until his legs got tucked from under him. No one runs from this bastard. She's running. Fuck me. Of all the patches in this long grass you had to run by mine. See, having a piss can like buy you more time sometimes. You do know that Special Forces and many armed forces utilise Native American sign language. And they use the Apache tactics for the Apache shuffle to move long distances at the least expenditure of energy. So Native Americans have played a huge part in worldwide Special Force tactics. Oh, I can hear the old sound effects again, isn't it? It looks awkward, you know, the way they this reverse grip, and I like it.
He has us.
Run, go, get to the chopper. I wish that line was in there in that context. Shades of The Lost Well, Jurassic Park 2, running through the long grass and like the grass getting taken down by someone you can't quite see. Bit of a Tom Cruise moment. Come on, Amber, you can run. Oh, not anymore. Damn those pesky fucking bear traps. Can you think of anything right now more terrible than that? It cuts that pressure. Whoosh. Oh God. It's designed not to break the bone, because you broke the bone, it's going to crawl away. Look at this, it's like, hang on a minute. This is what's making me think he's sort of encountering all this. Like, he's learning about the French fur trappers, but they know about him because they fucking talk about him. Look at these twats. Fuck off. Voulez-vous fuck me? As Fred Ward says in The Great Southern Comfort against the Louisiana Cajuns. Or French. Francais. So the French fur trappers now, who are the ones who were clearly butchering all the buffalo, have made their first appearance in the movie. And they've captured Naru. Who is now locked in a little stockade cage. Motherfuckers. Now, you've got to appreciate that, and it's not properly expressed in the movie, that the Comanche would have known, would have met Europeans before. They couldn't, in this amount of people, be there completely unannounced. So trading would have took place. You may have noticed that the Comanche in that encampment haven't shown any horses yet. They don't have any horses, which is a weird thing because it's set slightly before all of the major horse influx that the Comanche took from the Spaniards. Yeah, here's the guy. She'll recognise that now. Oh, right, you motherfucker. You killed the buffalo. You big hairy motherfucker, you. You'd make a note of like, I get out of this and I get away. I'm going to come back and get you regardless. And by the way, being clubbed with the butt of a musket, it's going to hurt a lot. Here he is. It's Raphael. Spanish. He's their translator. Listen.
I speak a lot of languages. You are Comanche, yes?
I speak a lot of languages, he said. And he can speak Comanche. On the Comanche track, he says, I have a smart tongue. So they've condensed it down.
You should be helping us. I think this creature is a hunter. Looking for the strongest beast. What do you know?
How the fuck does he know that? I think this creature is a hunter looking for the strongest beast. We know that. How the fuck do you know that?
You were smart. You help us.
Because the pred appears to only encountered the buffalo field of the dead for the first time and then encountered the traps and all that for the first time. So how do they know he exists? Oh. So now we find Tarbay's been captured already. Shades of Billy from Predator there. Although Billy just cuts himself. With this, as it happens. Oh, got some props here, guys. Well, you can keep your tomahawks from Predator. Yeah. Billy cuts himself with this. Arnie uses this as well. Stick around. Right, so they're going to use Tarbay and Naru as bait. Bait, again, plays a huge fucking thing in this movie. But hunting does revolve around using bait.
Thing the white men are trying to catch. That's what you went out after? That's what you were tracking?
Yes.
And that's what you chose for Katami.
Now, this is the foggy forest. Actually, they've decimated the forest. They set fire to it to make it an obscured environment. See, you've got the sniper and the spotter there, and behind them, all their backup have just been killed off screen by the predator. Where are them horses going? They're like, the fuck? They're all dead. See, again, vintage, special forces, the sniper and his spotter. Oh. Merd. Shit. So he burns this patch of forest to create an obscured environment. Lure him in. He can't see them, but they can possibly close down on him.
It's coming.
I like that.
Naru. Give your side loose.
These two poor bastards. This is a great shot. This is ominous, this. Like, it's a great sort of, you know, reveal. Here I am. Ready or not. But you know what, folks? I don't like his hands. I don't like the there's many shots of his hands and they just look too smooth. His look is not what I wanted. With the bait, he's coming for us.
No. No.
Oh, the dog's gone. Sorry.
It doesn't hunt that way.
He doesn't hunt that way.
Before the trappers captured me, it saw me. It came right up to me
Them fucking calves, Jesus.
and then left.
You've got gout, mate.
Do you think I was a threat?
So, he didn't kill you because you went armed. No sport, as Arnie says to Anna, the gorilla from Predator.
Your plan. The tree. You weakened it. You had it, Naru.
He's conceding all their tactics have been correct.
You can see what I missed. You always have.
I don't know that this thing can be killed.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
That is a fucking shit delivery of that line, and it wasn't necessary. I don't know this thing. See now, look, he just stepped into a fucking trap. I don't know if this thing can be killed. They should have seen that, and then he should have gone like, if it bleeds, we can kill it. It's just been hit with a fucking trap. He could see that. That's when you use that line. Ooh. He flings that guy over with his wrist claws and then skewers the guy underneath him as well. Alright, there's the closing net, which crushes the entire tree and just turns him into complete strawberry jam. And there's the little disc thing, which becomes a huge fucking massive titanium club. Ooh, a trap on someone's head. First seen in Straw Dogs, folks. The shield. I like this. Until the rather crap sort of denouement, using the French term, to how he kills these guys. There's Raphael. Oh no, this bit's alright. Sorry, I was thinking ahead there. This bit's okay. Again, a one-take sort of shot there, taking a few people out. That's nice. Ooh. Really? You're gonna try that? Well, suck on this, motherfucker. That's nice, actually, yeah. Takes the tree completely in half.
I have a plan. Get down.
You meant no one's running from him. And this, that's crap. Sorry, that's a fucking, that's a cop out. That don't like that at all. It's revealing that thing can ricochet things off something crazy.
The water was rising so fast. I didn't know it was going to die.
Here's the beaver story.
So it chewed off its own leg.
The beaver stuck between two rocks when floodwaters come into it, chews with its own leg to escape. He thinks she's going to cut her fucking self apart to escape from that. But the joke is, it's coming up, folks, don't worry. I don't like this.
It was worth it to the beaver.
Please.
Losing its leg to be free.
Wait. Naru. What are you doing, Naru?
See?
Stop.
All she's doing is cutting the rope.
I'm smarter than a beaver.
I'm smarter than the beaver. He's laughing. His real name is Dakota Beavers. That's a joke at his expense. I said it in my first review. Oh, that's great, the way he's jumping around. That's a joke at his expense. It's a little in-joke. On the Comanche track, she doesn't say that. She says, I'm smarter than that.
Gotta go greet us those horses.
I'll get Sonny.
So now they're going to get a horse. You've seen the horses. I want to get one of these horses. Do love that. The agility of the Pred. These fucking guys are ridiculous. Oh, I can't stand this, folks. This is, to be honest, this is a real fucking cop-out here. Oh, we all love the Pred tech, what he's got. And yeah, oh, we all love that. This is wank. And again, you see, no one's afraid. I don't like that, folks. I like that shot. I like Tarbe's going for the horses. She's going, well, going for the dog. Sari, remember the dog. The dog's in this still. Because the fucking French bastard's got the dog. And now there's a nice little commando raid on their village, their encampment. I'm getting me dog back. There's a great one-take shot in this. There's Sari. And Sari can clearly smell, you know, her companion, Naru. Look at these cunts. Yeah, what about the dog? Oh, kill the dog. Just fucking let it go. Why did you even think to kill it? To make us hate you all the more. Look at this. It's all one take, but probably subliminal cuts. Boof. She does really well, you know. She fights superb. She's took the back of his leg off. She slit tendons there, and then his femoral artery. This guy's got knives in him. That guy's still fighting. That's gone right through his fucking wrist. These guys fight on. In a way, I like this. It's showing that even humans are a lot more resilient than you think. They don't just die. They keep on fighting. Despite being skewered and impaled and shot and stabbed. So the Predator, who's bigger and stronger than us, he can withstand all these things as well. I suppose that's the thinking behind it. Same command, it's circle back. Alright. Now here's the Predator repairing himself. And again, the parallels drawn between, like, she knows medicinal skills of, you know, herbs and flowers, potions and lotions, and he's got his own whatever, the ouch you use. And you can seal his wounds and cure infections. And I think it's paralleled. I like that. Hello. Bonjour. Oh no, he's not. He's not French, is he? Fuck. Have you seen my foot? Yeah, even I don't know what fucking accent that was. That's from the Russell Crowe School of Accents. And you know, the thing is, I like this as well. I know in the comics there's a whole backstory to that pistol which gets into Predator 2. I know, but I love that Comanche traded with the Spanish, and that's where they got the horses from, and assimilated. They were the first tribe to assimilate and conquer equestrian skills in America. So that is a definite reference to the fact that he's Spanish and encounters the Comanche. That's there for a reason, folks, a reason, and it's historically relevant.
And then what?
It's a crash course in how to, you know, use a flintlock pistol. And believe you me, the first time you use one, it ain't gonna work. And it doesn't for her. He is played by Ben Taylor. Who dat? And the Comanche were one of the first tribes to take in weaponry, firearms, and learn and become really, really proficient and adept at using firearms. There's them fucking orange flowers again. Right, motherfucker. Take them. Eat that fucking lot of them. Go on. You twat. See the bling that all these guys have got? He's got a bit more sort of, he's a bit more tribal. His feathers and his teeth and all sorts on him. Spasms. No. She isn't using him as bait. She does use someone else's bait, but he isn't the specific reason for that. She'll learn something from here. Pred's coming back. Feral's on the way. But those orange flowers cool the blood. Thermosignature. Scientifically, that's probably very fucking lot of hokum and bunkum, but it doesn't matter. It plays into the mythology and the lore of what we know. He's seeing cold blood, so he's not going to see him as any kind of, well, hang on, there's still a dreg there of life. I'll come over to you. But don't break your own rules. The guy's not a threat, so. But it's showing us that, hang on, she's now going to learn that the orange flowers can dull the blood to make you invisible to him. It's a hell of a leap of fucking understanding, but yeah, it's a paraphrase of Arnie. He can't see him. Arnie with the mud. You couldn't see me. Steps on his stump. Fuck. Right, new weapon again. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. You dare, you motherfucker. Ooh! Ha ha ha! Crunch time. So she's seeing how these darts work with that targeting. Here he is. Here's the Pred in his full glory. It's great. Cthulhu. Oh, he's great. Dakota Beavers. I think this is his first major acting gig, and I think he's great, you know. Look at that. I want to be masked back, you bastards. I love the war whooping as well. And there's an element of counting coup as well in this, which means like riding up close to your opponent and getting away with it. Oops. Happens to us all. Boom! Look, this Pred's been skewered again and arrowed. Mate, you're shit, you are. Not too much, not too little. Ah, oh, come on, Tarbay. He's great, isn't he? Yeah, coward. In the Comanche version subtitle, he says, "Cheater, you're a cheater," because he's got, and he has the Pred's fucking, you know, he's a cunt. He is, you know, he's you know, there's no pride in that. If you've hidden yourself like that against where the opponents, which is why he's there in the first place, to learn.
As far as I go.
Oh yeah, the mantra.
This is it.
No.
Bring it home.
He knows it's behind him. Oh shit, that's got a hurt. And again, Dylan, hoisted up on the wrist blades. What you gonna do now, bitch? Why is he hesitating? Ouch! That's a last stab at life, literally. Oof. There is great imagery of the day-glow blood and the arrows through his flesh, but she's got away now. I'm pretty certain he could find her quite quickly. But she's now lost her brother, and she's seen it happen as well. Now, you see here, this bit. I know I said, or did I say, that Dan Trachtenberg said the film was not preordained, but preordained to be at 96 minutes length of time, because his first cut was that sort of length. Then he passed it to the editor and he did jiggly pokery, but it came out the same length. They showed the producers and their version. They went, well, this is what we want to do, change this, take that out. And that was Robert Mirabel as well, on the vocals there. And it came out the same length. So he said, there will be no director's cut. But we know from the trailer there are shots and scenes which are not in this finished cut. And those two, and they're women who are riding back there, who come back with the evidence that Tarbé's been killed. So and the evidence that she thinks that probably she's lost her daughter as well, Naru. So the mother's in anguish. But something must be missing there. Where did those Comanche women go and find this stuff? Something's missing there. In essence, it doesn't really matter, I suppose, in the full narrative. But I would think there'd be sort of look, oh, Sari, you're back again, are you? I like this though. There's that fucking cigar smoking French twat. Again, this scenery is so exquisite, so gorgeous. So she's got the gun now. I like this because it's alien to her, and she's holding the whole thing together. You can't call it a barrel. It's not a barrel. She's holding the stock. But then she's probably thinking I don't know how to fucking use this properly. And from this distance, but hey, hang on a minute, you bastard. And there's a bit of pred tech. It's like a bally song, isn't it? Yeah. Fuck off! Yeah, I like that. That is great, that. He's got no chance. And it just comes running up. Fuck you. And we're going to enter into the finale now. And, well, the final act, anyway. So this poor fucker wakes up with rats eating the stump of his severed leg because she's cut his leg off. Oh, rifle. Oh. For a second there, I thought his arm had been severed as well. His right arm. It looked like he was going on a stump as well. You bled my brother, so now you bleed. He's calling it an idiot savage as well.
You think that I'm not a hunter like you?
Watch.
And I am not a threat.
You think I'm a hunter like you, but I'm not a threat.
That is what makes me dangerous.
She's just consumed a load of those orange yasabi. I forgot the fucking word again. So now, we now know that her blood is being cooled. Pred's here, he's clicking away. Oh dear, and that gun wasn't loaded. So, you can see the heat register of the fire and him. This is a bit of a real test of your convictions here. I'm going to stand here, move a slide, because I know you're coming up behind me, but you can't see me. That's quick acting stuff, that fucking orange flower. It is, but she took a big fucking mountain of it. And of course, the point of the gun being there was to make him a threat. And she's got Raphael's pistol. You're going to shoot him in the back of the head? And she does. And even that doesn't kill the bastard. But she's got his helmet though. His mask. There he is, all slimy jawed. Vaginal mandible orifice. Vagina dentata is a huge element. The Thing has this a lot as well. Lots of horror films. H.P. Lovecraft was known to have feared women's bits. How did we get onto this? Because well, he had a phobia of them, and thankfully I don't suffer from the same grievance. But so you get a lot of even mythical as well, where women's bits are because they give life, but they can take life because they draw you in, so you can be eaten by them. The Predator, with Stan Winston's initial effects, with its mandibles and the way it opens up, it's vaginal. I've said it. There you go. Look at that. I love that as well. She's drawn him in now. She's built her own little trap system. She's now covered in his fucking blood. Nice little leap from the tree there as well. And I like the way that you mentioned the tree from the lion attack. You weaken the tree, which saved Tarbay when he fought the lion. The dog's in there as well. What's this fucking axe thing? Nice one. She's drawing him around the trees. Ooh, that's a great pure CG shot, like, but oh dear, mate. She trapped you there. You lost your arm? Motherfucker. So that's like the combi spear, isn't it? Whatever you call it. Or what will become the combi spear in Predator 2. Oh. Ouch. Nice hand to hand. Holding her ground. We know she can do it. She fought Wasabe, I mean. Oof. Kick him in the balls. They've clearly got fucking bollocks, haven't they? Kick him in his nuts. Remember the beaver between the two rocks? Your story? I like that shield, though. But it keeps being revealed to have more and more powers. Oh, took a mandible off and stabbed him as well with it. Mate, you're shit. You really are the world's worst predator, aren't you? And stop with that bollocks. It just, yeah. Circle. Command the dog. Gone round. Giving her a tomahawk. Boof, boof. But I do love that, you know. The tricks with the dog coming in, the old commands, and she's lured him into the very fucking swamp that she got sucked into. Brilliant. And I love the snow falling as well. That's a great touch. But you know, you can't keep a good feral pred down, can you? Even though he's been shot, stabbed, put his foot in man traps, lost an arm, been bitten by bears, wolves. It's a fucking idiot. Do it. Do it now. Get to the chopper.
No more. This is it.
I like that, the presence of that mantra. No, folks, this is now the third time I've watched the film all the way through, but I've watched this sequence a few times. I still don't get what happens there. I don't get it. What the fuck has she done? Yes, she's got the biomask. Oh, the war hoop, the war cry. Well deserved. Totally get that. What the fuck did she do there? She got the mask. She knows that the darts target go along the lines of those, and that the beams are going everywhere. But why is that one bouncing round? I don't get it. I fucking don't get it, and I'm a bit pissed off about that. But Sari, the dog, has survived. Thank God. And they come back, and now she's come back like Tarbay, her brother. The mum knows Tarbay is dead. She thought that daughter was dead. Naru's come back. Naru's come back as a warrior, a huntress, bedecked in the blood of her enemy as well. Fucking awesome. There's the head of the twat that's caused us so much grief. And have that as well. Suck on that. Someone fucking cooks for me tonight. She does say, like, there's danger near. You must move to higher ground. I could talk a lot about primitive use of higher ground, and also why higher ground is not the best thing these days in modern warfare. But, you know, I could. And I'll save that for another one. The village is largely untouched by all the grief. You know, the pred never gets into the village, does it? You know, all the action happens outside. Look at this. Remember when Tarbay had his little initiation as war chief, and he got the little shove on the shoulder? She's got hers now. Sorry, was that Jahane Myers again? In the, it's one of the women there. The dog's like, yeah, I was there too. Don't forget me. Without me, you'd have been fucked. Yes. Oh, we are. Here's the great 300 inspired closing credits. Sort of Native American pictographs. Beautifully done as well. And the little teaser is in here as well. I like this. And it depicts all the things you've seen in the movie. Or all the key points anyway. Isn't it great? When the full credits come on, I'll talk about the movie, the overall stuff. That was like the full commentary. They went off on a few tangents, I know. Of course. I do love these pictographs, they're wonderful. But they've took this from Zack Snyder's 300, without a doubt. And I don't mind that. I can't stand Zack Snyder, but I do love Zack Snyder's 300 and 300 Rise of an Empire. But the rest of his stuff, he can go swivel. Right, okay, right. So we're going to get towards, there's the end. I've come back with the 7 monster's head. Pray. But the music takes a little downshift. Ooh. We all look to the skies. What's coming down? More Pred ships. For the Comanche Nation and Juanita Pardon, it's gone off the screen. Pardonnez-moi. But we know that the Raphael's pistol has gone to, well, Naru's got it there. Now, despite what the comics all do with the pirates and everything, the Preds have to go and get that back in order to give it to Harrigan, Danny Glover in Predator 2. So, as a reward for him surviving. So, clearly, Dan Trachtenberg and co have been very clever and savvy. Like, look, we can do more. There's more Preds coming. If this film's a success, and it is, it's had a great... Can you call it an opening weekend? Because, well, you can, of course you can. I know from the amount of videos that I've done and the huge sort of surge and love and adoration for this movie and anticipation for it, and it's doing very well. According to all the reviews, everyone, pretty much everyone, unless you're an incel fucking maniac who lives in the fucking basement, governed by your mum and all that, like, so you hate women, and fuck you, by the way, you fucking pussy. Although there is a lot of them, but this film has done exceptionally well, and Dan Trachtenberg wants to make another movie in this universe. Jehane Myers wants to, obviously, because she's a big, huge activist for the Comanche Nation, and brilliant, long may it continue, and just continue to be more successful and be more assimilated, not only into Hollywood with Native American actors, but also into politics and the entire world society structure. Bring them back, give them far more power and autonomy. But the film's been a huge success. So they clearly want, and Jehane Myers says, I want to revisit those characters in particular, this world and those characters. The very fact that we let the dog live, that Sari, the dog, lives, is a major thing, you know, because that doesn't happen normally. Dogs in movies, they get fucking killed, and it gives the character a huge emphasis. Look at John Wick, look at Mad Max, look at fucking everybody who's got a dog in a film. Their dog dies and they go off on a massive kill crazy rampage. They may lose their wife, they may lose their son, but when they kill my dog, that's it. I'm taking the world down. And I understand that. But this broke the mold with that, because maybe the woke motherfuckers are about that as well. No, dogs don't live in these movies. Dogs should always die, because just a dog's a fucking dog. Pass me some more of that fucking hooch, you know. You motherfucking bitch, you. You know, they're all inbred fuckers anyway. So, but anyway, so the dog survives, and the image is, with Don Trachtenberg said, I love the image of Mad Max with his dog from Mad Max 2. There's so many imagery. Please, I want to get a poster, a poster of an image, a big image of Naru and Sari walking together, just because they're the heroes of this movie, and it's a singularly fantastic and very primal image. A man, doesn't matter, man, woman, and his dog or her dog, you know. The dog can be a bitch as well. So it's two women, actually, when you think about it. Oh, wokey woo! God, no, even a dog's a fucking woman. Kiss my arse, you stupid bastards! If you've got a problem with that, well, you can fucking chew on some cold fucking steel, can't you? Because you're soft twats. You're more fucking pussy-footed women than the women you hate being involved in movies and being portrayed as heroes and proactive in movies. You are the pussies. Get a grip. And I don't mean of yourselves, because you are all fucking wankers as well. Sorry folks, big rant at the end there, but The problem is this film, as great as it is, it is now a spearhead for both woke and anti-woke. It is. And it's a horrible position to be in. Like that beaver, no pun intended, that beaver stuck between two rocks as the storm flood rises. What's it going to do? It's going to chew off part of itself. Something has to give. This is a rock and a hard place. This movie and its issues. For me, there are no issues. It's an action adventure in the Predator franchise, and it's a fucking good one as well. I think it's got issues. Let's bring it back to the movie itself. The film has got issues. I do think I love a short, sharp shock of a movie, but I think this film would benefit from a little bit more. I think there should be more. I've got a problem with these French guys. There's either too much of them or not enough. I can't make up my mind. I'm still in this dilemma. We want to expand a bit more on that. They know there's something out there, and yet the Pred seems to have only encountered them for the first time when it finds all the buffalo field of the dead and all the traps. But they know of its existence. You've got to make that a bit clearer. There should be more there. Plus, you know, the tribe itself and what were they really going to go on? Why does she want to do this? The trailers all made out that there was some kind of big hunt going to take place, a rites of passage thing that she wanted to be involved in. That's the way it spearheaded the whole thrust of her motivation. But the film begins. She's already a massive hunter and highly skilled, a great tracker. As you call her medicinal skills and herbs and roots and all that kind of stuff. She knows the natural land. She's a master outdoorswoman. And so, you know, why is she going to do this? What's she got to prove? Is she just competing with her brother? Sibling rivalry? Could be. There's a huge element of that anyway. But I do get the impression that there's a bigger film and a bigger story to be told. That said, they tell the story very, very well. The script was by Patrick Olson. But I think it went through a few convolutions as well. But this was even before Disney took over all of this. This was the idea for Predator 5 anyway. This was always going to be, this was set in stone before Disney took over this franchise. So, you know, it was always going to be the case. It's nothing particularly new. But, so, where was I going with that? You know, I'll have some whiskey and then rethink that one. Cheers, folks. It was always set in stone that this was going to be the story. But the thing is, it could have been a bloke, a young lad, and people would have gone, oh, it's just a kid who's going to he's going to save the day, he's going to come of age, and he's going to save the older ones and do all this and become the hero. We've seen that story a gazillion times, and that is annoying as fuck, I'll be honest. And let's think about this. She does save the day. She saves the tribe at least, well, until those Indian pictograms come on the screen, foretelling what's going to come next. But she loses her brother. A lot of the tribe get killed. A lot of the warriors of the tribe get killed. So she's going to take over now the mantle, and she's made things aren't going to be any easier for them. They've depleted their tribe a lot, and all their warriors, their fighters, are gone. So it's down to her now, her and a dog, you know. So, but I love this movie. I loved it even before I'd seen it because I loved the milieu, the ethos, the mythology, and the history and the Comanche. I love the time period. I love everything about this movie, but I have got a huge amount of issues with it at the same time. And they all seem to stem from the feral himself. I think he's got to be the world's worst predator. He's a useless fuck. He gets injured literally every step that he takes in our world. He gets injured. He's spewing green gunk like it's going out of fashion. You know, it'd be like if Kal-El comes to Earth. You know, he's going to find... There's kryptonite everywhere because it's fucking glowing green all over the planet. Because this fucking guy's bled everywhere, you know. He's a clumsy fuck, isn't he? Ka-chunk. Oh, put my foot in the trap as well. Arrows, knives, fucking shot. Gets shot in the head and still gets up from that. But the cardinal sin is that I'm not afraid of him. In Predator, the original, you're terrified of that bastard. And in Predator 2, you're terrified of that bastard. No possible mistaking in the fact that it's Kevin Peter Hall playing the Pred in both movies, but also the direction of both movies, the sheer style of both movies. They make him out to be, he is a threat, a monster. Yes, he's ferocious and barbaric in this, but he's a clumsy douchebag at the same time. And now, I think I've said, I don't know if I said in a previous video, but I've certainly spoken to people about this movie. I think the parallel is set up that he's doing the same thing as Naru. And she's got a rite of passage, a coming of age thing, and he's doing it too. So she's young and supposedly naive, but she's been proved to be fucking, she knows more than all the rest of her tribe and all the warriors put together. She's awesome. But our feral dude has been kicked out the fucking arse end of his little fucking spacecraft. And oh God, enough of you fucking knob. Boot him out, you know. Go on. We'll come back in a week's time, see if you proved yourself, see if you can do anything. So he could be the idiot savant of the family, you know, this fucking delinquent knobhead. They boot him out and go and do something. And he's just got no idea. And he's a teenager. He's got no real ritualistic behaviour. He's got all the tricks of the trade and he's learning how to use them. I mean, you do see him encountering different animals, but quite clearly, a little fucking vole on the deck, that's not a threat to him, is it? You know, Christ almighty. But he's learning as he goes. And if he can take out a grizzly bear and hoist it aloft, and do a big war cry, you know, well, I've fucking done well here. But then, man, he's massively fucking inept. It's just, I don't know, I'm not frightened of him. Nothing runs away. I said that before, didn't I? And Naru does run away from him. But in most combat scenarios, everyone faces off against him and fights. Even when they've seen their mates get eviscerated and decapitated and just destroyed, they still stand their ground and go at him. You know what I mean? So everyone's going oh, how could these people from Native Americans, with just spears and bows and arrows and knives and tomahawks and guys with muskets go against the Pred when it took out a special forces team with miniguns and all sorts of fucking high-tech weaponry? You've only got what you've got. And I think you'll find that even Arnie's fucking team, they run a lot away from the Pred. They run. But all these people are fighting against him. Anyway, folks, if you stuck with this, well, good on you. Seek therapy, obviously, because you'll need it. But I enjoyed this. It's good watching the movie and talking about it while it's on, although you do get distracted at the same time. So let's hope this goes on. If it doesn't, hey, I'll try again some other way. But Prey, I do love it. I think it's a great movie. It's a stripped down to the bones, survival, adventure, outdoors, grueling adventure movie. It's exciting, certainly. Your main protagonist, Amber Midthunter's Naru, is outstanding. I think she's amazing. But I think her brother as well is a great character and makes a sacrificial stand to save her. But I wish it was a longer film. That's all I can say. I wish it was slightly longer, a bit more fleshed out, perhaps. But the Pred it's going to go down in history as being one of the worst. I would say. I know he's barbaric and bloodthirsty, but he's just a complete and utter fucking tithead at the same time. He's not skilled in the least. He's just a blundering dick. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Kilt-Man's first, actually, fully fledged commentary track. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back for more. I've got to cover Sarah Sachner's score as well, which I'm going to do, and we'll talk more about this. And let me know if there's other movies you want me to sit and discuss whilst they're on, and you can watch them as well. The whole point of this is that you watch the film as well. Otherwise, it's kind of rendered, completely moot. It's a moot point. Hate that phrase, by the way, a moot point, but it perfectly encapsulates what I mean. So you put the film on, we start it together, we watch it together, and you can switch me off and enjoy the bits and bobs. But the idea should be that you've watched the film first, so you know the film, and then you come and you watch the commentary with me, and you watch the film alongside me, but you're hearing me talk over it. I know, it's waffle, fucking waffle, innit? But anyway, folks, I have been, always shall be, Kilt-Man. Please, in the meantime, and this ever commentarial in between time, please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. I'm going to see you all laters. Just gone native and feral, and the dog completely fucked off on me, didn't she? A bit like Naru's dog Sari, who fucks off at the best of times, when she needs her most. Comes back afterwards